Are two heads really better than one? Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And we are in our series, How Successful People Think, a book by John C. Maxwell. Why are we spending so much time on this book? Because, to my estimation, the number one thing that separates the 5%ers, the 1 out of 20, from the remaining 19, the 95%ers, is how they think. Are two heads really better than one? Let's get right into it. What Mr. Maxwell calls shared thinking, Napoleon Hill calls a mastermind group. I've already gone over ad infinitum about mastermind groups. Let's hear from the way Mr. Maxwell perceives shared thinking. He starts us off by giving us a quote from Ken Blanchard, the author of The 1 Minute Manager, among many other books. Great book, by the way. Who tells us, none of us is as smart as all of us. You know, good thinkers, especially those who are good leaders, understand the power of shared thinking. They know that when they value the thoughts and ideas of others, they receive the compounding results of shared thinking and accomplish more than they ever could have on their own. Those who participate as shared thinkers understand these following concepts. First of all, shared thinking is faster than solo thinking. You know, we live in a truly fast-paced world, and to function at its current rate of speed, you can't go it alone. The current generation of young men and women just entering the workforce kind of sense that very strongly. Perhaps, excuse me, that's why they value community so highly and are more likely to work for a company they like than one that pays them well. Working with others is like giving yourself a shortcut. If you want to learn a new skill quickly, so how do you do it? Do you go off by yourself and figure it out? Or do you get someone to show you how? You can always learn more quickly from someone with experience, whether you're trying to learn how to use a new software package, develop your golf swing, or learn a new recipe. Secondly, shared thinking is more innovative than solo thinking. You know, most of us tend to think of great thinkers and innovators as solo artists. But the truth is that the greatest innovative thinking doesn't occur in a vacuum. Innovation occurs, it results from collaboration. Shared thinking leads to greater innovation. Whether you're looking at the work of Marie and Pierre Curie or John Lennon and Paul McCartney, if you combine your thoughts with the thoughts of others, you're going to come up with thoughts that you never had. More on that a little later. Shared thinking brings more maturity than solo thinking. As much as you'd like to think that we know it all, each of us is probably painfully aware of our blind spots in areas of inexperience. You've had experiences I've had, and I've had experiences you haven't. Put us together and we bring a broader range of personal history and therefore maturity to the table. If you don't have the experience you need, hook up with somebody that does. Fourth, shared thinking is stronger than solo thinking. Philosopher-poet Johann Wolfgang von Goethe said, and I quote, "To accept good advice is but to increase one's own ability," unquote. Two heads are better than one when they're thinking in the same direction. It's like harnessing two horses to pull a wagon. They're stronger pulling together than either is individually. But did you know that when they pull together, they can move more weight than the sum of what they can move individually? A synergy comes from working together. That same kind of energy comes into play when people think together. Shared thinking returns greater value than solo thinking. Now, because shared thinking is stronger than solo thinking, it's obvious it yields a higher return. That happens because of the compounding action of shared thinking. But it also offers other benefits. The personal return you receive from shared thinking and experiences can be great. Clarence Francis sums up the benefits in the following observation, and I quote, "I sincerely believe that the word relationships is the key to the prospect of a decent world. It seems abundantly clear that every problem you will have in your family, in your work, in our nation, or in the world is essentially a matter of relationships or interdependence." I want to stop here. I'm quoting from the book directly, okay? Direct quotes, the prose is direct from the book. Here's the big point. When more than one person get together with an equal mind, with an equal objective, what happens is the sum of the 2 heads or 3 heads or 10 heads that get together is greater than what they would be individually. And on a relationship level, when the whole team comes together and puts something unique on the table, it creates a bonding experience. And that bonding experience serves not only to keep people together, but to enhance the abilities of the team. It makes the efforts even stronger. It's cyclical. One supports the other. 6, shared thinking is the only way to have great thinking. I believe that every great idea begins with 3 or 4 good ideas. And most good ideas come from shared thinking. Playwright Ben Jonson said, and I quote, "He that is taught only by himself has a fool for a master." You know, when I was in school, teachers put the emphasis on being right and on doing better than the other students, rarely on working together to come up with good answers. Yet all the answers improve when they make the best use of everyone's thinking. If we each have one thought and together we have 2 thoughts, then we always have potential for a great thought. Once again, going back to my little soapbox about what they teach you in school and don't teach you in school. They teach you to work independently. They don't teach you to work collaboratively. That is the best way to create ideas and to enhance them and find solutions. Does that make sense? All right, next time we get together, we're going to go over the how-to to be a shared thinker. And always remember, let's not ration the passion, let's fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.